I am Wallace. I'm a vampire, and this light is way too bright. Um, just doing some thinking. Was doing. It is nighttime. Uh, um, yeah, but no, I'm definitely a vampire. At night, I'm definitely different. I like myself better at night. I definitely do. Um, I feel a lot more comfortable because I know I'm stronger. And yeah, I wanted to make this video um, because I wanted to talk about being vulnerable and also how the feeling not of fear but of the beauty of it when it comes to like relationships and the process of discovery that I'm kind of going through of that. Uh, when you look into somebody's eyes and you see a very different person, but not just that. If you see somebody's eyes and as a man, or it was me, as a vampire, uh, having feelings, um, new feelings. They feel new, and then trying to explore those feelings and make decisions about what to do or what to say. It's a strange feeling. It's confusing, you know. But I'm not one for living in denial. Actually, I'm opposed to it, and I'm also opposed to staying the same. I'm opposed to things um, like pretending that things are all right when they're not. I'm opposed to that, and a change in seeing somebody's eyes, and especially someone like who's also being vulnerable with you. It's to me, it's like nothing else. I don't, there's society, part, I'm aware of kind of these social constructs, but situations which the social constructs don't make sense. There's definitely one of them. When you're, well, when you're like me, uh, it's a weird thing. Like I had that feeling today where I felt when looked in that person's eyes, and I could feel the situation, not of one of hostility, but one of vulnerability. I, I didn't quite know what to do. And part of me wishes that I had that feeling where I was like, man, I wish I could talk to my father right now. But that's not true. It was just a feeling. Um, I wouldn't talk to my father. I don't talk to my father. And even if I wanted to, I don't have that kind of relationship with my father. but something instinctual inside of me said, hey, you know, I wish I could talk to someone, a male adult that was more knowledgeable than me. But to me, there are no other male vampires that I'm aware of, or any that I would look up to, at least, even if I did. Can't imagine both of those in a person, both of those things. So really, it's just, I look to myself and I realize I want to say that there's nothing there, but there's something I feel possible being there. I think that's good. I think that's progress. But there's definitely that feeling um, where something happens and that there's no one else to turn to. There's no one else to talk to for advice, or there's no other man to speak to about this. Just me. And it definitely affected me. Um, I felt, like I said, I felt alone at a moment where I'm speaking to this girl I like, one of the girls I like, and she's being very vulnerable with me, and I started to become vulnerable. I was vulnerable. I could see that was the right thing to do as well, and and just a couple, and in that moment, I was thinking about the men. I tried to think about what they would do, and then it was a weird thing where part of me looked inside and I said, "Oh, I hate those men." What I mean by that is that those men, how they would handle a situation. It's just, I want to say that I wouldn't like to be like them, but to tell the truth, I know there are sides that I've heard on rare occasion their voices when they speak to the woman or women that they love, and it's very different. Um, so I want to say that there's a side to them that I'm not uh, to be aware of, and have not been shown that. So it's like I want to do the right thing, but also I feel, I guess it's not, I wouldn't say self hate, but a type of self hate and self awareness that comes with being a vampire, or being something that is unnatural it feels unnatural in that moment. Because I definitely do feel that my instincts are there, but they're clouded. I want to take into consideration who, what I am, what I can do in that very moment to, to feel my worthiness, and how I should speak to this person that I'm being vulnerable with. And then I feel untrue, and that part of me kind of just like doesn't work right, because I'm like, I am a vampire. Uh, I there I To explain the feeling, I a part of me that is trying to see my self worth, kind of just like, I don't want to say snaps, but it just like falls apart, and it's like doesn't work right. I know it's like trying to, like, there's a part of me that's like trying to work right and like analyze my self-worth to make the proper decision. But then it just goes haywire, and I'm like, well, I don't think my male brain is designed for this, to handle the vampire. Um, it's like being incompatible to analyze all that being a vampire means. It is. And I think part of that is because I lack training, lack instruction, living alone as a vampire, not with other vampires. Um, I don't think that's, part of me is like, well, is that a bad thing? The fact that I lack this obvious thing to be able to analyze my self worth, is that in this vulnerable moment, is that a bad thing? I don't think it's a bad thing so much as, you know, I just feel kind of like empty. Um, it's like I feel like there's something in that moment that was supposed to happen inside of me, and it didn't. And because I am a vampire, not because I did not care about this vulnerable person and that I was being vulnerable with as well, speaking to, that I cared about, that I care about. So, I don't know. I'm trying to explore that, figure it out. It's definitely new to me. And I know that's not going to be the first time that I feel like my body failed me. It's that feeling. Uh, maybe that, I don't know, maybe that was supposed to happen to kind of wake me up to something. I don't know, something inside of me. So that's all. I just want to make this quick little video, and y'all have a good night.